seconds, and the timing is just Hey, yo, what?
Oh.
Hold on.
What was he doing there?
Hey,
Hey, man, you gotta have good
that
team...
was not even my fault.
Look, you gotta have good team chemistry, as the boys say. LO6 finding that first round on the board, and it was all that positioning from Reaper right there. I mean, they kind of knew that there might be somebody over towards that heli side, but Reaper's patience there to just lay down, wait for your teammates to move up a little bit, wait for the opportune moment to strike, and it works out in his favor perfectly, and really in the favor of LO6.
Now LO6 on the attacker side. Again, we talk about the momentum. They have surely secured it within the landscape of this series, and now wanting to take it straight down into the back cave for the stereotypical bang-bang plays. Trades to start things off, but aggressing on forward.
That's gonna be the slide chow on in. Com will be able to take out Millie there inside the hill. So now for LO6, bomb plant should be clean for you, or rather for LO6, the bomb plant in Narnia.
Bomb being taken down. 3v2. LO6, and again, just such a tough recovery. A circle around the map. Bring around the Rosie strategy. Wall overtake just takes down every single angle, bats every hatch, crosses all their T's, dots all their I's. LO6, down the stairwell we go.
Bring around the Rosie, down the stairs we go, holding hands, skipping their way along, and there's just gonna be irons waiting for you right on the other side, and Kamwa, he will strike the next one up and the next one down. Overtake, able to win that round, and once the bomb goes down and trapped in more than a precarious position there, Quinn, Overtake just gonna be able to look over each other's shoulders, and you see them just huddled up on the desk together here, and nothing wrong with a little cuddling inside the back.
Hey, you know what? We've seen some crazier things happen within the first two rounds of this. Quite frankly, though, I mean, you talk about that round for LO6, right? You get the trade to go. You just don't have the credence to push on in. No trophy systems afforded to you. Overtake is able to set themselves up for success from that point forward. The aggression, it's hard to have there, but it's one that you would have wanted to have maybe initially after that trade. Again, tall task, easier said than done. Back on the defensive side, though, where they did have quite a bit of success last round.
Mid pressure again here from Kamwa, moving that bomb, like you said, all the way up B Street, but here Reaper laying in wait, but able to find the kill. Now, that's going to shut the overtake push down ever so slightly. Choco just trying to check his bottom side angles, but LO6 players just waiting in their positions, waiting for the next mistake from overtake.
Feels like Mitch might slightly be trapped here a little bit on an island as he's caught in between a rock and about 3 hard places. Pause. LO6. So many angles you have to account for here, and you don't have your players over towards your side of the map either. Man, this is very, very tough for overtake.
This is just more than a difficult position right now. Everyone from LO6, it's like we said, just waiting for the mistake out the Kips now. Here from the top side, he's going to jump and throw his life, and that's exactly what Overtake needed to get this round to potentially swing in their favor. Evens things up into the 3v3. Phantom's able to find the next kill, gets things back in the man advantage.
Able to untrap their bomb. Here we go. Choco with the initial, Mitch with the follow-up. Overtake, able to take another round. You see them go back to back now. Again, no room for losses here, no room for credence. Cannot let the reverse sweep happen to you not once, but twice. Mitigating disaster early.
You stole the words right out of my mouth there, Quinn. I mean, you touched on it. You set the narrative early on. This would not be the first time for Overtake today that it would be a reverse sweep. For LO6, though, I'm just very impressed by the resilience of them, Quinn. I mean, we go back to that last offensive round in control. I mean, we were writing this team's obituary. They're able to fight back tooth and nail, get this to a map 5. Look at the early pressure here from the side of Overtake.
LO6, they left the bomb.
Oh.
They left the bomb in spawn.
All right,
I mean, they're not going to get the opening kill to begin with, Matt, but mental error.
You know, a little bit of pressure getting to you perhaps here in map 5. Just going to recollect that bomb will be Reaper. So bomb in hand, a little bit of opening potentially towards this B side, but there's still players all still waiting in their spawn for the wrap on over. Choco will go ahead and shut that down, and all of a sudden, LO6, it's like you said, maybe a little bit of a mental mistake, now leaves them into the 2v4.
I mean, what can you realistically do here in the 2v4 as well? You're just getting gunned out of your shoes everywhere you turn. Even go up the zip line, you're going to have a player in your building. Do you maintain? Not going to be able to. Reaper will eventually be taken down. Kips in the 1vx. Bomb is in Narnia once again. This time he didn't leave it there. And it's just a puzzling round there out of the side of LO6 as Overtake is able to rattle off 3.
And you mentioned it even there, they don't get the opening kill to go anyway, so it's like I talked about, the early pressure from Overtake to not necessarily do the stock standard hit down the spiral staircase. They rather go over towards the P2 side of the map, hit a little bit of the side pincer, and they're able to get it to work for him. But Quinn, that's just going to be one that you go back and look in the VOD review, and you're just kind of wondering, for me particularly now, obviously, don't really have the listen-ins on the S&Ds, but what are the comms right now for LO6? You leaving the bomb and spawn, obviously just kind of doing the same hit on the offensive side. Bomb back in Overtake's court, now with the position to go up 4-1.
Talk about that A hit. You have to have some gusto with it. You have to have some aggression and press forward. In that round, you can't because you don't have the bomb. The last round that you tried to do it, it just doesn't go your way. You start this round with back-to-back trades, favoring the side of Overtake on the attacker side as they look to continue to add the pressure forward.
But no one goes with Conwa now inside the back cave, so Kips gets the first kill for free. That's the bomb as well, Colorblind. 2v2 now going to ensue, but LO6 in a big favorable position.
Just play the positionings. Can just play around this bomb. They can get those power positions as well. For the side of Overtake, you're trying to make a dynamic hit. You have one player over towards one side, one player over towards the other side, waiting for the two. That's going to be Chaco, waiting for him to take the zip. But unfortunately, he's not going to be able to wait as Phantoms activates a little too early.
Choco left alive in the 1v2. A player very well in his own right, but both of these players for LO6 just tucked away into this corner, waiting for him to go on and Chow. But the first one comes through. Chaco, first blood in. Can Reaper get the reach out? We cannot! Chaco! Takes the 4-1 lead.
And we are watching a breakdown in action from the side of LO6. All of these rounds, even when things go good, they truly don't. Chaco! Oh my goodness! Overtake now up 4-1. All the momentum on their side, Matt. If you're LO6, I mean, on this attacker side, you have been struggling to make plays off of plays. You just gotta throw caution to the wind and go.
I mean, not only on the offensive side, but the defensive side as well. I mean, it's 4-1. You've just struggled so far in this S&D. A couple of rounds that slip away from you that maybe should not. And 4 rounds in a row here for Overtake. They're doing the exact same thing that LO6 did to them. Look at the helicopter right now.
Mitch has the helicopter positioning. First kill will swing the way of LO6 as they do gain that top pressure in the building. 2 players here positioned for the side of Overtake. You do have Chaco and Mitch. Could shut this thing down. Also have an RC car in the play somewhere, somehow. 6. Gotta mitigate that.
They take this mid-building pressure, but with the bomb, it's not really... I'm not sure what they're electing to do with it here. Now you have to kind of force yourself into going to one of the 2 sites. You have 2 players kind of deep back into the B side spawn. They're able to not only watch this site, but also watch the rotations out towards P2. Could potentially see the bomb make its way right down there, but Combo will get taken now into the 2v4.
Here we go. Into the back cave we fly. It's a good play here from LO6, but they've got to get the kills to justify. Bomb will be getting planted, but Chaco will take 1. 2v3 now. Limited dimension to this hit once again from the side of Overtake as they're trying to make their way on in.
Yeah, they're just trying to bully it out from the front, but I only think that they know that there's one player here still checking all the other angles. Both players going to slide Chow, slay down for now, but the 29 seconds on the clock, that extra player that the bomb presents, making things a little bit more difficult.
Here we go. Overtake slow and steady. Chaco, the COD timing might favor the gods of LO6. And it's going to be a clean execution for them after a little bit of a touch and go start. Able to regroup, reshuffle that bomb down, get the round on the board. We talk about it all the time. Kind of a Vault A site on a much, much bigger scale, right? A little bit easier to overtake. The headies and the corners that you're able to play inside of that back cave can make it so difficult to retake, especially when you're a man down. Overtake still with the handy lead, but LO6 showing up a little bit of life here later on. Overtake on the attacker side. I mean, Matt, they have been so very good. Last couple of times we have seen them. Can they continue their success? LO6 with lots of stuns over towards the top side of the map, getting some early information to work with here. Under the approach for Overtake. That's the bomb. Immediately taken down.
Oh, it's trapped in Narnia. It's trapped out in the open. LO6 now a perfect position as they're able to find the next kill. Information onto a player up top, Zip as well. And now everything going in LO6 favor.
Attacker side round so good until they aren't. And if you're Overtake, I mean, Chaco sitting here, you just don't have a lot of credence to go anywhere else. Get the information that he's up there as well. Phantom's just trying to figure out where he can even play this one realistically. Especially with the bomb down and trapped in Narnia, Matt. We'll be able to retake it, though. Still a 2v4.
Yeah, the 2v4 is the main problem. You have so many players watching so many angles, but Phantom's able to even things up, easing the load out here just a little bit. You've got to figure out a way to isolate one of these gunfights, turn this thing into a 2v2, as well as that time ticking away. You've got to figure out where you want to go.
20 seconds left, and if you're going over towards that B side, Reaper's going to be the first line of defense on the other side of the coin. You have Kips. I think the information spotted out on Kips. But immediately, once the kill comes through, you're going to have Reaper. No, you're not. Reaper taken out of the equation now. And now you have a little bit of credence to get that bomb down if you get on in time. Choco trying to provide the additional support here. 2v2.
You get the bomb down, but look at Millie now starting to play with the Rocket League, but his teammate goes down, and all of a sudden a 2v4 is now a 1v2. Millie doesn't get anything with the RCXD, and now what was a great round for LO6, flip of the script, and now in danger of going down 5-2.
Time ticking into red. You have a player over towards the helicopter, and you have a player to provide some support over towards the backside. Millie, you have to play this picture perfect. Gets the read onto the player in the corner. Has to get the kill to justify into the helicopter. He flies.
Oh, you're getting really bored? Why are you yelling, Millie? You're a fucking ass!
Ready for takeoff. 1 round away from moving on in the bracket.
I mean, that is a 2v4 masterclass right there. I mean, just the ability of Phantoms and Choco to even the numbers game up a little bit, play it to perfection, and you talked about it. The read onto Reaper towards the backside is the play that opens the site up completely for them. Once Reaper goes down, no real credence, no real information for LO6 over towards that B site. They try to hit the rotations on in, but it just does not work. Overtake now, as you said, 1 round away. Not trying to get reverse sweep 2 times in one day.
Yeah, 1 round away from mitigating disaster. 1 round away from doing what you probably should have done in map number 3. Here we go. LO6 first to strike early on into this P3 building. We'll be able to find some positional credence here. Bomb in hand once again. Slow and steady as they try and aggress their way over towards the bottom portion of the map.
And I just like the way they're not over-aggressing too much here. Reaper's just worked his way into the back lines a little bit, electing to just stay here. And you see, for overtake, these players a little bit sporadic, a little bit spread out along the map. LO6 just trying to isolate one of these, get the numbers game surely locked in their favor. But now with CD or Co trying to get the kill.
Go.
Hello.
Really good play out of Reaper there, just holding his ankles, knowing that there's going to be a player coming up top. Zip gives the positioning and gives the player personnel advantage immediately right back to the side of LO6. Bomb gets planted as well. Overtake a 2v3.
35 seconds on the bomb. LO6, as you said, in the favorable position, a man up. Both these overtake players holding hands right now, trying to get one of these gunfights to go in their favor, try to hit the long wrap around. Choco, topside, maybe you spotted out Adam, a couple of shots though to no avail, and really for LO6, you have got this on lockdown.
17 seconds left. You have to aggress forward, and the time being the additional factor there in the playmaking ability. Makes it so tough. LO6 able to hold on for now. Again, if you are playing that series in the over towards winning bracket played, Matt, it's just, you need to close it.
5-3. LO6 still hanging around, still kicking and fighting, but would need 3 more rounds in a row. Take this one away, but overtake in the meantime. It's like you said, they just need 1 round. You don't need to overthink it. Still play to your game. Bomb in your court. Let's see what they elect to do.
Here we go. Middle presence. Towards the top side of the map they go. Just try and get that first kill. Try and isolate out your ones. 1 player over towards this B site where both of these teams seem to be favoring it, at least initially. Reaper waiting, lying in wait.
Look at LO6. This is a little pressure here that they've thrown from P2. They have a few players starting to infiltrate the backlines here. Millie may have a really good flank. The bomb potentially going down as well over towards the B site. Everything's starting to go apart.
Go. Bomb goes down. That's the information given, and now it's going to reinforce LO6's positioning. Will they be able to get the first pick? That's the question. You absolutely will. Conwa taken out of the equation, but that's immediately going to regress. Choco down mid, but still player personnel disadvantage for the side of overtake. As it comes down to Choco in the 1v2, bomb is down, but it's quickly being defused.
Yeah, I don't think he's going to be able to get here in time. He finds the first kill. You can see the X-ray. You can see him moving up, but just not enough of an open avenue. And LO6 will be able to find the defuse. And you saw it right there, Quinn. Choco's really good positioning to be able to watch the flank. But once all of his teammates go down near the site, his position's just a little bit left useless. He's outside in no man's land. Now the bomb fuse comes in, the 4th round for LO6. And you just start to wonder. You just start to have that thought that we've seen it time and time again. It's just hard to put teams away, particularly in this top 8, top 6 action.
But Matt, if you're overtake, you can't start wondering. You have to close. You have to just forget about it. One round, take it one round at a time. Can't even be thinking about what happened in the winner's bracket there either. LO6 onto the attacker side they go. A bit of Rise shots coming through, trying to figure out where they want to trace. Into the back cave they go, straight on in. Nobody home. Bomb plant going down.
It's open. It's open 7 days a week, 24 hours a day. And the free bomb plant for LO6 fully set up in the hill. And for overtake, all of a sudden, just the mental lapse of judgment.
Here we go. I mean, what is the play here if you're overtake as well? So many different angles that you can go in, but LO6 is going to have all 4 to bat down every single angle themselves. Into the hill they fly. 23 seconds left to make the action happen. They're going on in.
It might be undynamic, but it is brute force. Multiple players now infiltrating into the hill. Combo able to find the first blood. 15 seconds left on the hill. Reaper, trade back in. Back for back. 3 for 2 trade. One man left up is Adam. Is he going to be able to stop the defuse?
Time being ticking away. You gotta get on the bomb. Not going to be able to. LO6 gonna fall ever so short and overtake. Mitigate disaster in the final seconds. They're able to get the defuse. They're able to get the S&D. They can breathe. They're still alive.
I think I can breathe a little bit after that one too, with the kill feed lights up in an absolute array of color, but no one gonna be able to stop Phantoms looking over his teammate, the guardian angel of the defuse. And like you said, LO6 tripping up just before the finish line, and overtake will swoop away from being double reverse swept.
I mean, for Phantoms even, that's a 50-50 play. He hits it from the right side. You're not looking over there. I mean, you lose that round just as easily. By the hairs of their chinny chin chin, overtake is able to overcome. They move on in the bracket. Losers semis for LO6 crown. You are just 2 rounds away from completing the reverse sweep. A valiant effort out of those boys. This series had all of the hype, all of the hijinks, all of the heroics from either side. Overtake, fool me once, shame on you. Fool me twice, it's not happening. They're gonna take it.
I was about to say maybe once, but never twice. And you saw it right there. You talked about it. They were 2 rounds away, but they were a decision of going left or right away from us being in round 11 right now. Instead, it's like you said, overtake able to overcome. I couldn't have said it better myself. But Quinn, what ice out of the boys. It looked like all the ice was melting. It looked like the snowman was starting to crumble. They're able to ice up. They're able to finish it out. What a series we have had in this one, and what series we've had all day long.
Overtake lives to see another game, and for our next game, we go up into the winners finals. Speedy White Men taking on the Tennessee Reapers for our winners finals, a chance to punch their tickets in to the grand finals. Folks, we're going to go ahead and send it to a quick break. Do not go anywhere. You're not going to want to miss how this one turns out.
Sometimes we fight who we wanna be. Just cause we disagree doesn't mean our time is through. We've come way too far to turn around, build our bridges up, then burn them down to the ground. Ooh, I know you know it's not over. Ooh, the more you fight, it's pulling me closer. Why pretend?
folks, a little bit of a detour before our winners finals. We're bouncing in with Seasons White Men versus the Rally Royals, because loser of this goes home. And folks, we have made it to an illustrious Game 5. We don't want to miss the action. I'm sure you don't. Starting off on the attacker side, the Rally Royals go over towards the middle portion of the
In hand, making their way up. And already
look at this
wrap
wrap.
over towards the top side, and this could be dangerous for you. Have a couple of players watching it. Prod able to find the first. Not going to expect the second over the top side, so bomb will be planted. 3v3 retake now.
By getting the first, he mitigates the early disaster, but the trades come through once again in favor of Seasons White Men. Now 2v3 here. They try and break their way right back in.
Out in the sight, Bala, first one in, but the first one to fall. Now the 2v2 on Cray and Yin. Able to combine for 2. There leaves Generational Wealth all on his lonesome 1v2.
Oh, and he's just not going to be able to center for the shots. The Rally Royals, what they're cooking in the kitchen, just a little bit too good in round number 1. And folks, as we said, loser of this tournament goes off. Now for the winner, I mean, you have an opportunity to move on. Do believe they would be into the losers semi-finals. Rally Royals off to the hot start. What is Seasons White Men's response on the attacker side?
And you're looking in that losers semifinals, and it's overtake who awaits the winner of this. And Quinn, we talked about it, that potential rematch between Rally Royals and Overtake. But Rally Royals a bit of a speed bump here, and it's been a speed bump for everyone in the Seasons White Men.
Yeah, these boys have been absolutely bringing it straight to them, but the Rally Royals, they
Oh
have
my
no
God.
caution for the speed bumps driving straight over them. They're driving a Ford F-150 straight down the highway. Rally Royals with the heat to start things off. You blink and it's over.
At least in that round, not feeling the speed bump whatsoever. 4 up, 4 down with almost in 4 seconds of the round. And you're able to find 2 on the board, go up 2-0. And Rally Royals offense, defense doesn't seem to matter. They are rolling right now. And back on the offensive side with the bomb in the hands. Is it another kitchen hit? Do they elect to go up to the top side? Maybe it's a 4 hit from below. We'll have to see. Yin, bomb in hand, and it does look like he might make his way into that bottom side.
Oh, a little bit of craftiness here from the side of the Rally Royals. They'll find themselves in the bottom portion of the map. Generational Wealth, the first line of defense. But Cray, look at where he already is. Look at the positioning here immediately being gained from the Rally Royals and the kills to justify early.
On plant as well going in. Seasons White Men trying to find a little bit of a rotation potentially into this site. But it is on absolute Fort Knox lockdown mode right now. Hunnit playing in the bottom side. But you're not going to be able to do a lot. 30 seconds left on the clock.
Rally Royals, player personnel advantage. All around this bomb site, but that's going to be the first indication on through. Trades go in favor of the Seasons White Men. Down to a 2v2. Time ticking away, though. They've got to go fast.
But where's Prod elect to hit this from? Do they expect his positioning? And read like a book. Seasoned White Men. And Hunnit able to sit the last man down, able to find the defuse. And Seasons White Men showing a little bit of life here. Not going to go down 3-0. They're going to keep this a little bit mixy. This is a map 5 for a reason. And Quinn, we've been looking back at it. It's been an incredible series up until this point so far. Rally Royals, you'd obviously favor them on paper, but the Seasons White Men, they've been unfavored on the paper all day long, but it's all about what you do on the sticks.
I mean, you talk about Seasons White Men. These boys have been letting them know all day. We're a pickup squad, and we've gotten to this point. Absolute insanity and a great performance out of these guys to rep Seasoned as well. A beloved figurehead within our Call of Duty community in the Pro-Am scene. Now, still, lead favoring the Rally Royals on the defensive side. They once again find themselves have to lock this thing down.
On lockdown as well, as there's a lot of pressure here from Seasoned White Men. You have pressure starting to amount from the full side and from the back side right now. But Rally Royals, they're pushing up the kitchen quite far here, Quinn, starting to try to garner a little bit of map control, but it's not going to get any terms of the kills.
Bala over towards the hot tub. First kill to open things up. A product quick to respond. Now Yin as well on the other side of the coin cuts the bomb carrier out of the equation. Now if you're Seasons White Men, I mean, you lose the dynamics to your hit. You use the bomb in Narnia. This is a tough spot to operate from, and Kex is going to make it that much harder.
Yeah, Bala going down almost puts this round out of reach. Generational Wealth needing a generational clutch. 1v3, trying to check all of his angles. The first one may come into his hands, and he'll be able to find that, but still the 1v2.
Now the information given away, tagged up, will be able to regen. 1v2. Bomb trapped in Narnia, time ticking away as well. Information being caught out here. In with the information. Prod trying to provide the support, trying to provide the dynamics with the defense.
Interesting shots, inching his way forward, trying to get a bomb, trying to get a kill, but it's a duck, it's a dive, and it's a kill for the Rally Royals. Season's White Men do everything they can to find their way back into the kitchen, but it is closed for today. Rally Royals now up 3-1, Quinn, heading into the later half of this. But what do Season's White Men have up their sleeves?
Season's White Men, again, the pickup squad. Maybe showing the fact that the pickup squad has made it this far is an anomaly to some degree. The Rally Royals, I mean, we've talked about this squad ad nauseum. We've been following them a lot to this point. 3 of these players coming off of a LAN win together against the MW3 Last Chance event. The last event that we saw from the game title from the Premier Circuit. Now, Rally Royals quick to make their way on into the kitchen once again. A couple of kills to open things up as this is a 2v4 in their favor.
Already into the early 2v4 here. You might have a player try to hit through the bottom side in Generational Wealth. The slide on out. He gets sat down. The bomb is planted as well. And Snappin is going to have to get to clapping if he wants to get this. But the 1v4 will not be inbound. And Rally Royals, 4 rounds on the board. And Season's White Men seemingly falling by the wayside.
A little bit of gas maybe running out for the side of Season's White Men. I mean, going the distance to Game 5 is going to win literally any team. The Rally Royals, they have done this before a couple of times to this point. They have shown that they can run the marathons and the sprints. Right now, they are sprinting to a definitive victory on this map. And again, you talk about the potential date in the cards here. They absolutely want another matchup against Overtake. All of the shenanigans that we saw last time, potentially in the cards to happen again.
Round here, Ball's gonna make his way quite up this kitchen side, tries to infiltrate, potentially spawns back here. Already in your backlines. Keck's the first one to fall. Bomb goes down. Prod not gonna be able to find the kill. And Season's White Men now in the 3v2.
Now, with so much dimension as well to the way that they're holding this map. I mean, you have 2 players over towards the top side, 1 player over towards the bottom as well. That snap and that could activate really quickly unless Cray takes him out of the play, equalizing things out. Down to a 1v2 though for Cray.
He's got to find the bomb defusal as well, so stuck between the rock and the bomb, and Season's White Men will find the round on the board. 2 rounds on, still showing a little bit of life here, but it's just a few sporadic rounds out of 4 from the side of Rally Royals. Need to look from Season's Men to start to put together a couple here if they want to make the comeback.
Hey, you gotta go down 4-1 to make a 4-1 comeback, folks. Always love to say it.
Oh, no.
Here we go. Season's White Men looking to make things interesting. Now they go back on that defensive side, though, and you talk about these attacker side rounds for the side of the Rally Royals. They have been really, really solid to this point. So you're going to have to break some glass ceilings, some glass walls, lots of glass on Skyline.
Nades out, guns out, and already Snappin with the frag. Gonna be able to find the first kill on Cray, and that just opens this map up so much for Season's White Men.
Look at Hunted. He's found himself into the back lines as well. The sub is starting to lurk, is starting to linger with the opportunity to get the chase down as well. Keck's just barely able to get out with his life. So the sub not going to be in the play by any stretch of the imagination, but on the other side of the coin, Bala opens things up and still favoring the Season's White Men.
Trying to find this kill towards mid. Will be able to find that. Kex finds one towards the back line, but now Kex into the 1v2. We've seen it before on Skyline. First one with the pistol is in, and now 47 seconds and a 1v1.
Here we go. Bomb trapped in Narnia, but quite frankly, if you're Kex, you're maybe not even considering the bomb. He gets out of that with his life. Matt, new lease on life for Kex. He could do it here.
Okay, 1v2 on Skyline again. How many times are we gonna see this man make it happen? 1vx situations, but Kex is the man that can make anything happen, particularly in the S&D. And Season's White Men are gonna be feeling that one. Now down 5-2, map point and series point to Rally Royals.
Again, we talk about the date that comes up next, an opportunity to get another rematch against Overtake. We build it as the Optic versus phase of the Pro-Am scene. The loser's bracket with an opportunity to keep your hopes alive. That much more stakes added on for the Season's White Men. Everything rides on this round. Over towards the kitchen they go initially, but kills matriculating for the Rally Royals.
Yes, Cray and Prod already opening things up. First blood's in the back pocket, and Bala, he'll have a position to potentially rotate around through the back, but still, 2v4, not the numbers advantage that you have any sort of credence towards.
And Seasons White Men, just not a whole lot going their way. One more stands, the last to fall. The Rally Royals are able to win it in Game 5.
Absolute dominance inside of Game 5. We talked about Seasons White Men. They've been a speed bump for teams all day that you just seemingly can't get past, but finally meeting their match here in the last series against the Rally Royals. We will see the Rally Royals now into the loser semifinals, only a few games away from getting to an illustrious grand final. And for Season White Men, saying farewell. The Season COD organization still has another team in the fight, and that comes in terms of the Speedy White Men X Stallions. Should be next up in the winners finals. Quinn, we've had bangers all day long. You're expecting that one to prove even more so.
Yeah, it's going to be an amazing matchup between them and the Tennessee Reapers. Right after the break, we will pick up with our winners finals, a chance to the grand finals on the line. The number 1 seed versus the number 2 seed. Folks, that's about as much as we're going to give you before we send it to a quick break. Do not go anywhere.
hypnotized by the sounds I'm breathing in. Hold tight, chemicals collide. Hold tight, hold tight, hold tight. Dripping lights paint the skies, all because of you. Dripping lights paint the skies, only you can make me move. You can make me move. Can make me move. You can make me move. Can make me. So alive, make it last forever. Stop in time, yeah, I'm surrendering. Hold tight, chemicals collide. Hold tight, hold tight, hold tight. Dripping lights paint the skies, all because of you. Dripping lights paint the skies, only you can make me move. You can make me move. Can make me move. Can make me move. You can make me move. Can make me.
Welcome back into the Premier Circuit, Destro Gaming TakeOver, and folks, we have made it to our winners finals. It's a matchup versus the 1 seed and the 2 seed. Starting things off on the red card. P1's online match. Let's get going.
White men, Tennessee Reapers. This has been a matchup we've wanted to see, and Lurks already in the fray early. Couple of kills matriculating their way. Only one player over, but Wiz, look, trying to rotate for these spawns.
And again, we talk about the importance of the rotation. Such a heads-up play from the side of Wiz. Can he get it going? Unfortunately, is going to be a couple dead in the feed for the Speedy White Men to secure those backline spawns over towards the P2 side.
She's in the mid area as well as the other rest of the Tennessee Reapers. Able to find a couple of kills here. Immediately, though, traded right back out. It's the name of the game, but Rays sending a few body shots here early, and maybe already a little bit of bad blood between both of these teams.
Hey, folks, this one is going to be mixy, and look at what Craze is doing. The map positioning and the knowledge is so very good, equal to the Gunny as he not only flips the spawns, gets 2 kills to justify and push the Speedy White Men back. P2 coming online.
Big gunfight win, though, from Mercury's able to take that out. 3 dead in the feed. Wiz still playing around the back lines. We'll be able to find one. Immediately traded right back out. But you mentioned it. Close spawns here for the Reapers.
Get right back on in, trying to get the kills to justify, but unfortunately for them, it's a 2-for-1 trade, favoring the Speedy White Men. Speedy White Men still on for the time, trying to create a little bit of dimension here to the hit for the Tennessee Reapers is going to be Nemen over towards the top side of the map, but now you just got to send it straight forward.
Have to go right into the hill. Dimensions here, working around now here from the backside. 26 playing 2 right now in terms of the time, but Speedy White Men trying to dip their toes in ever so slightly. Shoxy deals with that. Into the hill they go. And it's still just a mixy mosh pit here. And you talk about the rotational prowess and need of the red card, something we haven't really seen so far.
Tennessee Reapers, though, they're going to spawn over towards the top side of the map, so they will have the opportunity to turn tail and run over towards that P3 side. Still, when you look at the scoreline early on, the Speedy White Men are dominating things.
I mean, dominating the time. Now over towards the side, not dominating in the rotations. Tennessee Reapers, big kill there out of Dimensions, trying to make his way into the hill. Round the stairway he will go. Dimensions as well, now trying to fire spree to go, and it's just consistent. Reaper kills in the kill feed. 45 seconds still to work with on the hill, but look at Merc.
Merc with 2, and now opening things up for the speedy white men to fly on forward, put on their shoes, and start running. Like Usain Bolt, continuing to matriculate that time their way. Tennessee Reapers, though, not going away without a fight as they still maintain these back spawns.
Talk about just spawning on top of each other now. Encourage spawning in the back. Great guys to found it out, but it's a 3-for-1 trade that goes the way of the speedy white men. But Choxy still here looking to do damage, but it'll only be good for 1. 17 seconds scrap still left to be garnered. And we now make our way down the street onto the stage for P4.
Go. Speedy white men still matriculating the time their way, and it's a little bit, again, as we've said, slow on the rotations out of either squad. You do have the speedy white men, though, and you do have Mercules first to touch over towards that P4 side. Big 1v1 with him in Dimensions, number 2 on your mini-map, as the Tennessee Reapers trying to cut their way back in.
Courage now up. They're going to be able to find the kills. It's just trade for trade for trade, but it will come out on top of the speedy white men. 4 for 2, but still pressure here around the hill for the Tennessee Reapers. But just look at the lead right now. Quinn slipping away ever so slightly.
Again, the Tennessee Reapers, they've had a couple of rotations go their way. They just haven't been able to get on for the time. The kills just not swinging their way in full. And the speedy white men getting those impact kills to continue to get the time to swing in their favor.
They get it to go. 25 seconds left. Trade for trade again. It's just checkerboarding out in the kill feed, but it's never in the Tennessee Reapers' favor. Almost playing chess over checkers as the speedy white men continue to soak up all of this time. The kills will go the way of the Reapers for the moment, but it's all about those rotations on the new. And the Reapers are set up, rearing, ready to go. Still 5 seconds of scrap in your back pocket, Quinn, over the 100-point threshold. Speedy white men dominating here early.
Yeah, Matt, the speedy white men just coming off of nearly 60 seconds off of that P4 before the Tennessee Reapers can even get 20 on the board. Again, they have the rotation, but they're not getting the early kills to justify as Mercules plucking some heads. You got a little bit of an assistance as well as he finds an additional 2. The Tennessee Reapers vanishing on the scene.
Vanishing off the existence of the map right now. 3 dead in the feed. Jumping onto the hill, diving onto the hill. The speedy white man will go. Craze trying to regress back up, but he just has no avenue of opening here. Shut down as soon as you get going. And the speedy white men just continue to do whatever they want with the Tennessee Reapers.
Coming out fast, and I mean, these boys have been grinding the sticks here today. Playing in the cup as well as the land. These kids do not stop frying. You have to practically rip the controller out of their hands if you're going to give the Tennessee Reapers a little bit of credence to this point. Still, though, you turn your attention over towards this middle portion of the map. Once again, the Tennessee Reapers will have the rotation.
He's able to find the first kill there, and as you mentioned, the rotation in, but how much can you really get off of P1 as you are already off the hill? Speedy white men again enter into the kill feed. Encourage still towards the backside doing work, and Lurks is able to find one himself. Speedy white men, oh my goodness.
They're willing to play the White Hill time. They're not even really playing around this hill to get some serious time on the board. They're going to get those kills to justify trying to get their rotation over towards the P2 portion of the map. The Tennessee Reapers continue to get plucked to pieces. Wiz, though, will be able to get the 2-piece to solidify a little bit of time for the Tennessee Reapers with that scrap in mind. But the Speedy White Men with the spawns over towards P2.
Work their way on around. Still 17 seconds of scrap that they can much desperately need, and technical kills in the feed. But look towards the backside now as the speedy white men have started to rotate their way through the backsides of spawns going in their favor, and now looking to hit this from the back. First kill is in.
Mercules over towards the top side, applying that pressure, but Wiz will open things right back up for the side of the Tennessee Reapers. Dimensions another on the board, but still these spawns very favorable for the side of the Speedy White Men as they try and cut their way through.
Not able to really find an avenue so far. Encourage will open things up. It's the 3-for-1 trade. Encourage from the backside, but his team not able to find necessarily the kills in the hill. Now on in with 40 seconds left to work with as well, Quinn. There's still a lot of time left here.
Spawns do get flipped out ever so slightly, so hold on, wait a minute. Tennessee Reapers, they will have the good side spawns for a second until the Speedy White Men start spawning right back on in. And folks, these spawns are as mixy as it gets, as are the kills when the Speedy White Men is in the hill.
Seconds left still to garner here, Quinn. I mean, look at Tennessee Reapers, just everyone spawning out. They know that they need the scrap, but no one's going towards new here. You have to watch it where the Speedy White Men potentially could spawn. You already have players working their way over towards that back garage hill. Tennessee Reapers, you are surely on the back foot, down over 100. You've got to get one of these hills to become a money hill to get yourself back into this game.
Speedy White Men, again, we talk about the COD IQ, we talk about the quintessential map for rotations, the traditional hardpoint. They are playing it so well, and they are strapping it with the new gen Gunny. It is a brilliant sight to see to this point. The Tennessee Reapers just not having a whole lot of a response dimensions with two, but into the hill, they have to fly forward. They have to get the kills to justify. Shoxy will be able to cement things for the Tennessee Reapers, but for how long?
Lurks now around, just ring around the Rosie here on the bush, and with this lead, Speedy Whiteman know they can take their time. They can wait to hit this from all angles, and you see Lurks just waiting for his teammates to crew from the backside. 2 from 2 trade now inside of the hill, but Encourage picks up the third. The last one up and the last one down is Wiz, and the Speedy Whitemen take over the hill.
They can get into the 200-point barrier off of this hill time alone. I mean, these boys are absolutely running out to the races. Season must be so proud of this roster. Tennessee Reapers looking to get into that 100-point barrier, though. Find their way in for a little bit of scrap, but no rotation to be found over towards P4.
And Quinn, do you hear that? I think I can hear Season yelling dead from the venue right now. The Speedy White Men are now onto the stage and looking to put on another performance. Multiple kills towards the front side of the hill.
Ooh.
Still got pressure though here if you're the Tennessee Reapers, but this time just ticking away on you. 207 and counting.
Hercules with a quintessential kill there to continue to solidify the presence here for the Speedy White Men. It's a 2-for-1 trade right after that. Make it a 3-for-1 as Lurks is absolutely beaming from the top side of P4. And there's just not a lot that the Tennessee Reapers can do as the Speedy White Men now within 25 of entering in the first map win.
You get 3 dead in the feed. You got 22 seconds of scrap. But again, I mean, Quinn, it's like you said, they need 30 seconds for the win here. Tennessee Reapers just now going to reach over the 100-point threshold. And Speedy White Men already rotating towards this new hill.
Yeah, and again, they can just play this P5, and quite frankly, a P5, such a small hill, such a hard hill to gain time on. I'm fully convinced that the Speedy White Men could and will win it here and now. The Tennessee Reapers are going to need an absolute miracle to stay in the mix of this map.
Nades out, stuns out, guns out. You gotta go. Wiz and Shoxy gonna be able to combine for the first 2. Shoxy gets 2 of his own. And now into the hill they will go. 4 dead in the feed. And the Tennessee Reapers now in control of P5. But you still have to watch out. The Speedy White Men have a flank here from Abe.
Here we go, Abe. He can turn this on his head, but he has to go quick. He has to make sure that his teammates stand tall. Not going to be able to get there in time. Unfortunately, the help is a little bit too late. Speedy White Men still spawning over towards the bottom side of this map. Still very much can win it here, but they have to go in and they have to go quick.
Tennessee Reapers, you still have time to work with, but how much is it going to be worth as the Speedy White Men take you out, go right back into the hill, and Mercules will say thank you very much. 3-piece in the feed, the Legion's the last to fall, and Quinn, it's just one more rotation, one more break onto this P1, and the Speedy White Men coasting to a map 1.
Hey, might not be right about the P5 victory, but again, the P1 right around the corner. The Speedy White Men with so much middle control as well. Again, the Tennessee Reapers going to have to throw the kitchen sink out of the stratosphere if they want to get this one to turn in their direction as they're on for the time.
On for the time, potentially for a second. For Tennessee Reapers, you've got pressure mounting all around you, but Dimensions will send it going right back to 3-for-1 trade, and for the moment, hanging on by a thread. But again, the Speedy White Men looking to reaggress.
Trade for trade, but it's going to go the way of the Speedy White Men. They're going to play the White Hill time, though, still to this point. That's going to allow Craze to maybe get a couple of kills. 3 in the feed for the Tennessee Reapers to hold on by the thinnest of threads, Matt.
I mean, they are holding on for dear life right now. Speedy White Men trying to find a way to break back into this hill. Still only needing 13 seconds here. Dimensions trying to play from this outside angle. You have Wiz watching your cross. You're just trying to hold down these P2 side of the map. Tennessee Reapers, they're starting to creep back into this one. But how long can they keep this up?
What is it, too little, too late as well? The Speedy White Men, they will not have the good side spawns. The rotation a little bit slow out of the boys. So hold on, wait a minute. Tennessee Reapers look to get the kills, but unfortunately is clean dead in the feed. All of it goes blue, and Shoxy, the lone player on for the time.
He finds one, but no more than that. Immediately traded right back out. Tennessee Reapers, though, close spawns will have them throwing right back into this. 1-for-1 trade. Dimensions over the top side, tries to find the kill, but it's the Speedy White Man. Now with only 5 seconds to go.
Tennessee Reapers, you gotta go, you gotta go. Now you have to contest on for the time. Not going to be able to. The inevitable does happen, but not before there is some late game heroics from the side of the Tennessee Reapers as things have just gotten interesting.
Yeah, I mean, the Speedy White Men had hit into 200 before Tennessee even hit into 100. It was a great comeback for the moment, but Quinn, you hit the nail on the head. Just too little, too late to really get back into that one, only needing 13 seconds and being able to find it there on P2. The Speedy White Men just keep doing what they've done all day long, and that is continue to win maps. Quinn, for the side of the Tennessee Reapers, now down 0-1, gonna have to make good on the slowdown of the pace and make good on the S&D.
I mean, these two teams going out, ready to go, battling on forward. Didn't even give us time for a pregame show. And folks, we're going to go and introduce our teams after that first map. In case you don't already know who they are, now you do. Reintroducing the Speedy White Men.
Turned up 'cause I'm chosen.
Here we go. Welcome back on in, folks. I do believe, production, we do have another intro for the side of the Tennessee Reapers. Do correct me if I am wrong as well, or if we maybe played through that. We can't see it on our side, but folks, we will go ahead and keep you updated there. Still, though, nonetheless, I mean, Matt, we talk about these two teams. We talk about starting with some gusto, with some heat. Right off the presses, the Speedy White Men fly to an early victory.
Yeah, and we talked about it coming into this game a little bit in the green room at the Tennessee Reapers. They've had a little bit of an easier way to here, not necessarily playing the best of the best, but now having to go up against the 1 seed in the Speedy White Men, you can already tell that it is a completely different beast and a completely more difficult challenge. Heading into the S&D now, how does this Tennessee Reaper squad kind of throw a wrench into the plans of the Speedy White Men?
I mean, it's going to be very difficult because we go into a Skyline S&D now, and you talk about the Speedy White Men, right? The name says Speedy for a reason, and they play so well into a map like Skyline where it's just those bang, 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 bang plays. If you're looking at the Tennessee Reapers, though, I really think you have to center the narrative around the last couple of hills there. Once they got their goings under them, they got going on the red card hardpoint. We have to see that Tennessee Reapers come to play on the Skyline S&D. There's absolutely no room for you to come into any map in this series cold, quite frankly, because you're in the winners finals. You have fought here. You are here for a reason. Tennessee Reapers need to come out firing, guns a-blazing. Otherwise, the Speedy White Men, it could be another swift victory.
No, absolutely. And you head into red card once again. Don't think that's exactly our map because, we got our map pools before this, so we'll have to go through another quick lobby reset. But Quinn, you talked about it. You're in the winners finals. You've been battling all day long to get to this spot. It's like you said, no reason you should really come in cold, but you touched on it a little bit in the red card, right? The fact that these guys from the side of the Speedy White Men, they've been playing in the Cup today. They've been playing in the LAN today. They're probably going to play ranked after this, regardless if they win or don't. And so you talked about having to snatch the controllers out of their hands, and it's seemingly what you would have to do to really have a chance against these guys. They've been dominating all day long. I think the closest map they had is a 3-1 to the Rally Royals, and you know how studded that roster is.
Yeah, and again, they are absolutely having their way with the rest of the bracket here to this point. And again, Tennessee Reapers, technically on paper, the number 2 seed, made it look easy on that first red card hardpoint, and we talked about it. This team can play fundamentally, they can play the gunny, they can play however you expect them to. It's a bunch of U18ers formerly, now above the age of 18, so they're competing in the challenger side of things. They're competing on these big tournaments as well. Live from the local host Philly Esports Center. And I mean, it's just a team where it's a super team by every stretch of measures. It's a super team that has been established here by Seasoned himself with partnership from Zuma. So, I mean, it's something special so far.
No, Absolutely, and we look to them to continue on this winners finals run. Before we do that, we'll toss it to a quick break as we get all these players lobbied up. And when we come back, we will hop right into the Map 2 S&D action.
I'm feeling so hollow. Don't you know? Don't you know? I'm living in shadow. Don't you know? Don't you know? I fell for fools gold. I fell for fools gold. What did I know? What did I know? I fell for fools gold. I fell for fools gold. What did I know? What did I know? You were fools gold. Yes, I did. Yes, I did.
Go map number 2 between the Speedy White Men, Tennessee Reapers. A chance to go to the grand finals on the line. Speedy White Men up 1-0 and starting off on the attacker side with the hijinks over towards the kitchen.
Already early plays here from Craze and Shoxy, able to get the first couple of bloods in the back pocket. 2v4 scenario now, and all of a sudden, for the Speedy White Men, things slow down as you try to hit the wraps on in.
Here we go. 2v3 now. Over towards the backside, and Courage lurks. Finds the first. Can see both of them, but unfortunately, it's just tags to go. That is going to activate Mercury's forward, though.
Oh, and he just gives the body shots, and Courage finishes the last. And it's the 2v4 in the round 1 that goes the way of the Speedy White Men. And all of a sudden, it was a great start. You seemed like you were getting back to it, and then everything falls apart at the seams.
And again, that's what can happen against a roster like this. These 4 guys are some of potentially the best players in Challenger, some young guns, and they are absolutely frying. You gotta stomp them out. You can't go up 2-4 and feel comfortable. It's just not going to happen.
I'm now in Tennessee Reapers court. It was a good start to the first round. Blood's in their favor, but can they be able to make it work here? 1-for-1 trade here early. Now the shots go back and forth.
Oh, and the turn and
my
burn you
God.
blink. It's over. The Speedy White
Oh
Men.
my God.
Thanos snapping him straight off of the map in round number 2. Defensive Titans. Offensive Titans. Special teams, special plays, even more special players.
Yeah, I mean, you talk about 4 guys who can absolutely gun you off the face of the earth. And for the Tennessee Reapers, Quinn, I'm just not really sure if just 4 challenging the kitchen consistently, challenging out those gunfights against these guys is going to be the way of the play. But for the Tennessee Reapers, now 2-0 down, you got to find a way to come back as the Speedy White Men are back on the offense.
Feels like that first round even could have just been debilitating early on for the Tennessee Reapers. Now onto the attacker side, they fly straight on over to the kitchen. A little bit of action to be had here.
multiple players here, downside below. Dimensions might catch one out in the backside for free. 1-for-1 trade. That's the bomb.
That's the
as
bomb.
well. Traded out, though, by Mercules, who flies down from the top side, now into the 2v3.
Wiz not able to trace for the shots. They're a little bit windy on the top of the skyline. Choxy eventually will be able to trade things out down to the 2v2. Bomb recollected once again. Lurks just chasing him down, though.
Shoxy, he's made his way into the bottom vent, and now may elect to go back up, but look at where the bomb is being planted, all the way over towards the A side. Information garnered for Tennessee Reapers as they try to make the re-push and the retake.
Such a split play here, though. Everybody all across the map. Lurks will be taken out of the equation, and it comes down to Mercules. 1v2, if anybody can do it, it absolutely is him. Early information. The shots from the pistol will be good.
What?
The 1v1 with the bomb down. Wiz has to play around the time as well.
24 seconds left. He's got to find a defuse. The bomb acting next to the extra player. He goes for the hop. Maybe not. 17 seconds. Mercules is just balls out on the cat, trying to work the timing out perfectly. He knows that he's not going to stick the defuse. All the time is wasted. And even though he finds the kill, he doesn't find the defuse in time. It might be close, but I think we're about to see Wiz do a backflip in 3, 2, 1. Did he get it?
He got it!
Oh my god!
0.0 seconds!
Nah, replay
No
that back. That's
backflip
what's
to
English.
be had! Oh my goodness!
I absolutely caster cursed him, but I think the more thing that happens there, you know, the COD caster glitch, we're always just a little bit behind, and just, you guys gotta play your life a little bit there. There's no reason. You check the bomb, there's no one there, and then the chow ensues. The Tennessee Reapers walk away with a round that, you know, maybe you shouldn't have got, but hey.
But you talk about it briefly there. Mercules, he's running a pistol. Pull out your gun, chow it out. I think the Speedy White Men are just having a little bit of fun with their prey. I'll be totally honest. Tennessee Reapers will take advantage of that, now trying to carry that momentum into the attacker side, though.
Look at the push from the Speedy White Men, though. They are already inside top bed. 3 players starting to wrap their way around. The bomb will go down inside of the A side. First blood comes through for the Reapers once again.
Here we go. Speedy White Men, though, on the outskirts of this play with the opportunity to collapse on in. Tennessee Reapers holding every single angle, but is that enough? Mercules with the first kill to open things up, now going the way of the Speedy White Men as it comes down to a 3v3.
Seconds left. You gotta find your way here onto this bomb site. Merc's gonna open things up with the first, and now the 2-for-1 trade. Wiz able to find one, but he's gotta be able to find the bomb. 19 seconds left. He's gotta get there to stop the defuse, and he won't be able to find the kill.
My goodness, Speedy White Men, it doesn't matter what scenario you put them in, they are too fast to keep up with, it seems. On the S&D, the narrative continues. Another round on the board.
3-1 up, Speedy White Men go, and you take a look at Merc right now. 8-2, Quinn, absolutely on a tear. As the Speedy White Men can seemingly do no wrong. And right now, for the Tennessee Reapers, you have to find a way back into this already down a map. And Quinn, it's kind of the starts of these maps where they just go down a little bit too far. They start to put the comeback together. But is it a little bit too little too late? The Tennessee Reapers needing a big swing round here.
Speedy White Men, though, they can essentially close it in terms of the momentum here and now. They just continue to keep things going. Shots in from the top side from Mercules. They'll connect for some tags. Wiz, some way, somehow, aggresses his way up for a kill. It's a 2-for-1 trade in favor of the Tennessee Reapers early.
A nice one up, next one down, able to find the shots with the bomb still in hand. And look at Lurks making his way around, but now he's in the 1v2. Has to find the first to go. Now into the 1v1.
Dimensions. He might be in a different dimension. Lurks spots him from the bottom. The body shots to go. No dimensional rifts there for the Tennessee Reapers, as the Speedy White Men will find the round through a 1v2 clutch of Lurks.
7-3 to his name. It seems like at any single point, anyone from the Speedy White Men able to have a pop-off ability. And you see it right there, the dirty scenes of the body shots being delivered. The Speedy White Men up 4-1, feeling comfortable, feeling good, already up a map, Quinn. And this is just looking like the same Speedy White Men that we have seen all day long.
I mean, again, when you have so much gusto, when you have so much moxie, as I always love to say, the Speedy White Men, the body shots are in tow. They are playing with their prey. First kill, though, from the Tennessee Reapers early.
It's a bunch of first bloods for the Tennessee Reapers. We've seen it time and time again, but they just haven't been able to make good on it.
Oh, that's stupid.
That's dumb. I mean, he just shouldn't be allowed to get away with that.
And he's going to do it again. Mercules will help a little bit with the kill as well. We'll bring it down to a 2v2, though. It is crazed from the top side to nullify a little bit of the pressure. But still, just feel like the Speedy White Men have them right where they want them, especially with the bomb down. Around the corner he goes. First
Oh
kill, second
my
kill,
God.
encourage. Oh, you just can't do that. You just can't get away with it.
The ace in the round as well. He just constantly from behind, able to find the kills. And look at him. I mean, he's just reading them like a book, not checking their
Oh.
hiding out in the corner and able to find the kills. Speedy White Men up 5-1, map point up next. And again, I mean, it's the same story in a different font. It's the Speedy White Men that we have seen all land long. It's why they're the #1 seed. It's why they're in the winners finals. And it's why they're potentially about to go up 2 maps.
Talk about it. First blood's not enough from the side of the Tennessee Reapers. They've consistently been able to do it. Not going to even be able to do it here, Matt. Speedy White Men with the opener.
Oh, and now the second as well to follow. 2v4 opening here for the Tennessee Reapers. You find the kill onto Lurks, try to get things a little bit back in your favor, but the clock ticking away, the bomb going down. Tennessee Reapers about to be in a very precarious position.
Speedy White Men just looking to close things out here and now. A 3v2. Just have to play your angles, play them well. They know that they have these power positions for the Tennessee Reapers. I mean, there's just not a whole lot of credence to find yourself back into this site, Matt.
Oh, the shots from Shoxy, not good enough to find a kill, and Abe just pops out, takes your teammate, and now if you're Shoxy, you're left alone in the 1v3, the bomb just ticking away, and this is all but over. The Speedy White Men look to be coasted.
My goodness. I mean, you probably, we talk about the DoorDash challenge, that one certainly you are beating out DoorDash, and you might be wanting to wait the rest of the series if you want to get that challenge done. Speedy White Men. Put the Speedy in their name with that S&D, a clean 6-1 victory. Now we go into the protocol control, and Matt, 1 seed versus 2 seed, it feels like something completely different.
It just feels like 2 teams that are not even on the same level right now. But I mean, Quinn, how many times have we seen it where a team comes out, they get smoked on the first 2 maps, and then all of a sudden control, they're able to turn things around, they're able to roll it into the next hard point, and then all of a sudden we're at a map 5. You know what I'm saying? All of a sudden, we're at a map 5 S&D, and things are all out the window. There's still a lot to be played for here, but the Speedy White Men, you have to say, colorblind, they're not only looking good, they're looking dominant at every facet of the game.
Yeah, and again, we're talking about what has happened before. It's hard to see it happening again on the protocol control. Never want to count it out by any stretch of the imagination, because we have seen some crazy things happen on this map mode combo. But for the Speedy White Men, I mean, if we have seen any team outclassing another team in terms of the gunny prowess, it has been within this matchup. And I think that that is an attribution to truly what the Speedy White Men bring to the table. Again, these are some young kids who have been absolutely frying, whether you look at the Pro-Am scene, whether you look at challengers, surely destined to make CDL debuts in the near future. All is said and done. Speedy White Men looking to close it here on the protocol control. Tennessee Reapers looking to start the comeback of all comebacks.
Yeah, we need a little bit of life here in the Tennessee Reapers. The Speedy White Men on the offense, and we know how aggressive they are going to look to play. Here we go. Could be the last map of the winners finals. The France on the line.
Tennessee Reapers aggressing straight down mid, not necessarily garnering the power positions, but it works at least in the early onset. 2-for-1 trade, but it becomes a 2-for-2 as Lurks will be able to find 1. Now the Speedy White Men continue to aggress, turn things on its head once again.
And for the Speedy White Men, it's not even really about playing the hill. They're just trying to find those opening breaks. Merc's going to do the dirty work there. Abe trying to find his way in. No credence for him, though. And now already under a minute to go. And this round just slipping away already.
Oh, it is just going to get even nastier when you get the knife out from the side of Mercules. 24 playing 24 still. You start to see a little bit of progress being accrued over towards that ace sign, and kills to justify as well. Tennessee Reapers now on the back foot.
Michael Myers with the knife up there, top zip, and it's just going to open everything up. Look at Shoxy, though. A little bit of a route from the underside. Could potentially find his way into the back lines if he's able to find a couple of kills. And out he goes looking for them. But Tennessee Reapers still trying to work their way up the map and just trying to force the Speedy White Men back. 27 seconds left to find your way on one of these sites.
Speedy White Men, they will be able to pause it, in 3 clean dead in the feed, looking to close the deal on this A point. Just need to get the kills to justify after the respawns come in from the side of the Tennessee Reapers. You already have Mercules aggressing into the spawn with the cutoff play. Not going to be able to get the kills to justify, though, but it is still a clean 2-stack on the feed.
And I mean, just Merc slowing the push down from the Tennessee Reapers just allows all of this time to get soaked up. Speedy White Men, 3 ticks in, 3 ticks down. An extra minute on the clock. 5 life advantage as well for the Speedy White Men. In a good position here now.
It feels like you just can't give any life advantage to the Speedy White Men if you are the Tennessee Reapers. A little bit of a mixy play there. Lurks will be able to get the retrack to go. Now you turn your attention over towards this B point where the Speedy White Men starting to make their early presence known.
There's a problem right now for the Tennessee Reapers, and it's in form of their lives. Just kind of dwindling right now. 12 left to play with, but you can't just keep playing the trade game right now. You do not have the lives to play with that. Still dwindling a little late. Tennessee Reapers finding a couple of trades. Craze into the fray. He's trying to find a kill, and will. Big kills from him, and the Tennessee Reapers with a 3 dead in the feed.
Able to mitigate the push for the time being, and is able to bring it within 4 in terms of the life disparity. With 45 seconds left on the board, the Speedy White Men looking to regain themselves, looking to recenter for the push, but the Tennessee Reapers will be able to shut it down, brings it within a 1 life disadvantage.
With 17 playing 11 is now 9 on 9. Abe gets puts on skates, and now the Tennessee Reapers with another 3 dead in the feed. Clock starting to tick away, and the Speedy White Men have to get a move on.
Here we go into the back cave, and Courage is flying forward. 6 playing 6 now as he's able to touch on for the time. Tennessee Reapers very quickly ripped off with their powerful positions. They're going to try and fight their way over through P2. Into the stairwell they go. But there's not going to be a whole lot of credence here to gain.
But no respawns remaining. It's 3 kills to the feed once again for the Tennessee Reapers. Another one falls. And it's only 2 lives remaining. Speedy White Men, it was close, but it's going to be no cigar. Abe's the last one up, and I mean, this is going to be an absolute hero play. We're just doing 360s in the back cave right now. 1 second, no seconds. And the Tennessee Reapers will find their first round here, 1-0 up in control.
Again, the Speedy White Men just not necessarily favoring the objective too quick in terms of this game mode to this point. I mean, they were able to get that A point, but it took them a little bit to trace their way on through, but just playing the kills. Eventually, though, Tennessee Reapers able to flip things on its head in terms of the kill game, able to turn things around, get themselves around on the board. But now the question becomes, Matt, can they keep up on the attacker side? 3 nice ticks the way of the Speedy White Men. What will the Tennessee Reapers' response look like?
It's definitely interesting here from the offensive standpoint. We've seen a lot of teams that look good on the defensive side, but then once they get on the offense, it's just absolute disaster classes is the best way to put it. 1-0 up, Tennessee Reapers now looking to do the dirty work on the offensive side. A little bit of a 2-2 split. Have a player going down in the back cave as well.
Just see the aggression early on from the Speedy White Men. They want to press the action. They want to get into the spawns, playing offense on the defensive side. Shoxy responds with a 2-for-1 trade, but then the rest of his team and him get eviscerated in the feed. The Speedy White Men quick to start things off on this defensive round.
And it's exactly what you expect out of a team that likes to play fast, just infiltrating the spawns, just trying to make everything a little bit mixy, a little bit staggered. But Tennessee Reapers trying to find a few kills. But again, checkerboard's out in the kill feed. Speedy White Men, they won't come out on top of it, but they will stagger everything from the Reapers.
And the Tennessee Reapers just cannot get through the absolute blender the Speedy White Men have set up. This is a little bit different from the attacker side round of the Speedy White Men, where they were just not playing around the objective. This time, Tennessee just can't get to the objective.
I mean, Craze just fighting for his life right now inside of the top zip, but it's still kills that will go the way of the Tennessee Reapers, at least for the moment. You have a little bit of pressure over towards that B side. You can at least stop the clock and breathe for a second.
Hercules over towards the top side, looking to cut that pressure right back off. Still do have Shoxy in the play, but quickly taken down. 19 playing 15 early. Here's time now stopped over towards the A side for the side of the Tennessee Reapers, and they're starting to aggress further.
2 big kills again now here, so the clock's still paused. Abe gonna do some damage from the top side here. Now trying to make your way up. Wiz trying to infiltrate the spawns and dimensions. It's just a mixy kill feed that will come out on top for the side of the Tennessee Reapers.
Once again, time is paused, and now a 3-stack coming in for the Tennessee Reapers. That time is going to go away very quickly, looking to accrue that first extra minute of time. Now, centering over towards that B site as soon as they are able to get it, but it's 3 clean dead in the feed immediately after they find it. 13 playing 9 in favor of the Speedy White Men.
And the 4th in Dimensions, who potentially had a rat play, get shut down as well. So everyone now coming off spawn for the Reapers. Lurks just lurking around in your spawn. The shark that he is, the kills, maybe one more, but not gonna find it. But the damage done. 11 playing 5. It has to be absolutely flawless from the Reapers now.
Blood surely in the water here for the Tennessee Reapers. Again, you only have 1 respawn outside of your set of 4. Here we go. You White Men continuing to find the kills. A little bit of a team kill action, but it's not going to matter as Abe will be able to take the first out of the play. Wiz will fall as well. Able to be regained, though. 9 playing 3.
Yeah, and I mean, this is just going to be difficult if you're anybody, even the Tennessee Reapers. You're going to have trouble as the Speedy White Men just run all around you. Shoxy able to find one, immediately traded back out. And yeah, I mean, this is essentially what it is, right? Wiz just going to play in the back corner here, wait the time out. But so far, Quinn, interesting between the Speedy White Men and the Tennessee Reapers. Going to be knotted up here at 1 apiece, heading back into Speedy White Men on the offensive side.
3 ticks each as well. Looking to see the Speedy White Men maybe get active over towards these points early as well. Actually, Wiz will show himself. I was enjoying the podcast, I'll be totally honest. I would have been fine if Wiz just stayed on the rock for the entire time. Quite frankly, though, I feel like if the Speedy White Men are a little bit more prioritized, a little bit more early on these objectives, they very much could take an attacker side round. In terms of the defensive dominance, it absolutely was the Speedy White Men there, but both teams, as we said, 3 ticks apiece on their first attacker side rounds, all knotted up, and all knotted up in the score 1-1.
Yeah, and I love what you said there as well, that Speedy White Men, especially on the offensive side, it seemed like they had a lot of openings to at least hit one of those 2 sites, and it's like you said, just a little bit too late there to really get a move on. Once you get that first set of kills, start to get that map control, go ahead, get one of those sites done, get the extra additional minute on the clock. It'll be interesting to see where they go from here. 3 men all into the mid building, and already looking to get active is Wiz.
Speedy White Men over towards the top side. Immediately 2 kills will matriculate their way. A third being found by Lurks, and now we start to see exactly what we were calling for. So you already see a player that's going to be Abe on the hill, on for the time, and the 3-stack potential is here.
Yeah, you got players working up around you. The reinforcements now on in, but reinforcements as well for the Tennessee Reapers from the top side now, trying to provide a little bit of pressure. But Abe absolutely shuts that down. 2 more kills in the feed. The second tick as well. And A site looks like it could be gone, but hold on just a sec.
A little bit of congestion there in the bottom stretch, but it surely will be gone now as you do get the kill to justify the Speedy White Men. They hop on and they never hop off. 27 playing 23, now tracing over towards that B site. And Matt, it just feels like they are playing with their prey, if there's any indication now.
Yeah, this is exactly what we wanted to see. The Speedy White Men immediately onto the A site. They get the 3 ticks captured. Still 2 minutes on the timer. They are already almost the first tick at B. Dimensions get shut down toward the spawns, and the second tick starting to be worked on.
I mean, these boys are just having their fun. Now, Tennessee Reapers trying to get their way back on into the hill, but it's a 2-for-1 trade to open things up as B contention still remains until the Speedy White Men hop off and decide to go and play a little bit of team deathmatch.
Yeah, they just want a few more kills for the highlight tape, but you gotta be careful playing with your food. Tennessee Reapers, not the easiest dish to get down with the 3 dead in the feed, and now could start to work into the spawns themselves.
20 playing 15 here, not going to be able to trace into the spawns quite yet. Speedy White Men will be able to clear up a little bit of space as well. Over towards the bottom side, Lurks was trying to go, but Wiz will be able to track him down as a trade-for-trade action. Now the Speedy White Men trying to figure out how they can hit their way back into this B point. There's not a whole lot going their way, Matt.
Wiz on the 5 spree as well, just starting to run amok in your spawn. 4 dead in the feed. Wiz looking for a few more here as the Tennessee Reapers start to bully their way through the spawns. Abe, can he find a few kills? It'll be 4 dead once again, and the Reapers reaping right now.
Now the turns can quickly table. I mean, 11 playing 12 now. Speedy White Men, though, will immediately refrag it back, locking in. You still do have a player over towards these stairs. Wiz waiting for the rest of his teammates to spawn on in. Playing this to perfection, cutting them off of the time. Will get a 2-for-1 trade to swing his way, but still progress being made over towards B. 8 playing 8.
It's a 3rd tick of progress. It's already being worked on here. The Tennessee Reaper is starting to be forced onto the hill. You're able to take the man out the hill. Timer continues to go, but it's 6 playing 6 here late.
Here we go. Dimension's first line of defense is the Speedy White Men trying to reaggress their way back on in for the time. Still, though, you have a little bit of a one-dimensional hit from the side of the Tennessee Reapers. Abe will find one. It's a back-and-forth action as Abe finds the second to go as well, but no respawns remaining for either team.
S&D now, the first blood gonna come through for Lurks, but immediately traded back out.
Look at B.
Into the 3v3. Now players starting to make their way onto the site.
Shoxy trying to contend on it. Will be able to find it. Comes down to a 1v3 for Abe. Into the back cave he lies. Just diving, dodging, weaving, looking for the kills. Not going to be able to find them. Wiz will close. And the Tennessee Reapers, once again, when you think they're out of it, they find a round that you maybe shouldn't find.
You just go back to that moment where they find 3 dead. You can easily 3-stack the hill, force everyone to come to you. And instead, the Speedy White Men, a little bit overzealous there, pushing into the spawns, like he's saying, electing to play a little bit of team deathmatch. And I said it, Quinn, you gotta be careful playing with your food because the Tennessee Reapers always hanging around now with a 2-1 lead. And not necessarily a terrible offensive showing from them in their first round either. They have a potential to close out this map right here, right now.
Yeah, again, Tennessee Reapers, the number 2 seed. This is not a team that you can necessarily bat your eye, shrug your shoulders to. Speedy White Men are up 2-0 in the series, but now down by 1 in the control. In terms of the ticks, they do have 8. And the Speedy White Men's or Tennessee Reapers sit 3.
Now, first blood for Abe. It's a couple of trades that go either which way, but Lurk's already making his way into the back lines, just trying to be that thorn in the side, and he's already poking and prodding the next one up, the next one down. 31 and 23, and this man, he is moving right now.
Oh my goodness, the Omni movement is in full display here for the Speedy White Men, and it's just the way that they play the defense like an attacker side round. It's so hard to get past. Another 3 clean dead in the feed. Sends the Tennessee Reapers packing right back to their home.
25 playing 24, so it's not a huge life advantage, but the problem now becoming the time. 45 seconds left. You've got to start to get a move on in a solidified hit into one of these sites. 2-for-1 trade goes the way of the Speedy White Men, and again, you talk about it, just aggressing, bullying their way up the map.
Tennessee, though, looking for their opportunity. The window has never been quite shut by the Speedy White Men throughout this control. It might be the opportunity over towards the A side with Wiz finding that kill. Speedy White Men, not a whole lot of credence on. Speedy White Men have to get back.
Praise finds the kill onto Abe, and you look at the pressure here. Lurks, though, potentially with a play, shutting it all down. The first, the second potentially in. He's got to find the third, though. He deals with a lot of the pressure here, a lot of damage done. You have to wait for the reinforcements to come on through. Tennessee Reapers able to find a couple of kills while still
maintaining on this A site. 1 player on, trying to give a little bit of credence down this middle portion of the map. See another kill come through for Shoxy as well. It's another 2-for-1 trade in favor of the Tennessee Reapers as they continue to get time on the board.
Lurks, he's just trying to play the Lurk play once again, but it's the 3-stack on the hill. This A site will be done and dusted. Extra minute accrued, 1 life advantage going the way of the Speedy White Men, but this is as close as you like until 3 dead in the feed.
Looking to add on into, looking to push into these spawns once again. The Tennessee Reapers will be able to get 1 out. Craze with the opportunity now to turn this thing ever so slightly on his head as he gets that top support taken care of over towards the B side. Now the Speedy White Men, you start to see those heads turn. You start to see the arrows trace back over towards this B site to lock things down.
Abe down into the back cave looking for a few kills, just playing ring around the rosy with him. Now with the double pressure on in, you deal with the back cave, but still 11 playing 10 here. Encouraging Lurk's going to continue to find kills, continue to be a problem for the Tennessee Reapers.
I feel like we've seen this before. The Tennessee Reapers have been able to claw their way back. Can they do it again, or do we go to the round 5? Both of these teams exchanging blows as a 2-for-1 trade, once again favoring the Speedy White Men. Tennessee Reapers trying to find their way over towards this B site, but not a whole lot going their way, at least in the initial onset.
And the time is ticking away from him right now. 26 seconds left. You've got to get a move on. You got to figure out an angle into this site, but Lurks continues to put you down. 38 and 29, 19 seconds left. How do they play this? How do Craze and the boys find an avenue into this site?
Tennessee Reapers, they gotta go. No respawns remaining, and it's just gonna get continuous picks and prods from the side of the Speedy White Men. 7 playing 2, 5 seconds left on the board. You gotta go now. Lurks will find another, and the Omni movement will come from the top, bring it down below the Speedy White Men. Bring us to a round number 3 in game number 3.
Going all the way the distance to round 5, 2-2 apiece between both of these teams, and you've seen it there from Dimensions. I mean, it was close from the Tennessee Reapers. It looked like they had a little bit of credence over there, particularly towards the mid part of that map, but it's just constantly having players in your spawn, never being able to get that collective 4-stack in. And the Tennessee Reapers will unfortunately have to drop now 2-2 apiece. Their tournament hopes in the winner's bracket come down to this round.
Round number 5. Here we go. Speedy White Men have them right where they want them. Their prey that they have been playing with to this point. Looking to close things out. The Tennessee Reapers, though, again, not going to go away without a fight. Over towards the top side of the map, they immediately hit forward. It's a clean 3-stack on the hill. Can they get the kills to justify?
Couple of kills go either which way. 2-for-2 trade as the Tennessee Reapers immediately make their way onto the B hill, but Lurks now around for the backside. Shoxy, he just tries to play his life. He just tries to wait for the reinforcements to come, but they just can't get there in time. 1-for-1 trade, but still pressure around this hill for the Tennessee Reapers, but they just can't find the kills.
First tick of progress over towards that B side. Now the information overload here, starting for the Tennessee Reapers off of the respawns, immediately tracing their way down towards this A point. They're not going to have the credence. They're not going to initially get the kills to justify this immediate checkerboards in the feed. You just don't have the full credence. Once again, a little bit of deja vu. We've seen that one before. Continuing to press the action as the Speedy White Men.
Oh, Merc with the knife at the top of the zip. It's just a play as old as time, at least here on this championship Sunday. Tennessee Reapers, you're on the back foot. You're trying to find a way into one of these sites. A couple of kills, though, do go your way now, and now a little bit of pressure towards B.
Here we go. Once again, hit 2 electric boogaloo from the side of the Tennessee Reapers. If it doesn't work, do it again. Speedy White Men, though, they're flying on in, trying to contest with the time. It's going to be the first line of offense on in, but going to get cut down, as will the rest of the Speedy White Men. As it's 3 clean dead in the feed, the 4th to follow, and the B point ensued as well.
The harder of the two sites as well, and now you see the immediate rotation here. You have players all inside of your mid building. You have players starting to work their way potentially towards the A site. This is the perfect position for the Tennessee Reapers to force a map 4.
Speedy White Men have to lock in, have to get this thing down, done, and dusted. The Tennessee Reapers are on for the time, and they have the credence as well, pushing into the spawns, trying to keep the Speedy White Men locked away, but you just can't do that. These boys are better than that. 15 playing 15 is this clean 4 dead in the feed, now aggressing into the spawns.
Can't stop them. You can only hope to contain them. But as you said, the Tennessee Reapers, they're able to find a couple of kills. Craves with a huge turn and burn there. And Courage able to find one, but it's the Reapers right back on for the time. First tick of progress already in. Second tick being worked on as we speak.
So pesky, they're not going to go away. Abe, though, will be able to cut the lone player off of the hill. But the Tennessee Reapers trying to cut their way out of their own spawns now. You do have Wiz in the back lines, who's going to give a little bit of an opportunity for the Tennessee Reapers to try and cut their way forward. But it's still favorable kills for the side of the Speedy White Men. 1 life advantage going their way.
And it's the same story as the last offensive round for them. It's just not being able to get everyone out of their spawn. A few players, sure, able to slip by, but the majority of players are just getting gunned in the back by Abe and Encourage, who continue to just run amok in the spawns. 39 seconds left. They have got to get a move on. 6 lives left.
And playing 6, here we go. Speedy White Men with the opportunity to close it here and now, but once again, you start to see the Tennessee Reapers make their way onto the hill. The contention comes in, and it's going to be able to be an opportunity here for the Tennessee Reapers, but no respawns remaining.
No respawns remaining. One goes down. The man goes down on the hill, and it all comes crumbling down for the Reapers. 2 players up, potentially to do something, but now it's only Craze. 1v8, and mosh pit ensuing, and the Speedy White Men will coast their way to the grand finals here in Philadelphia.
These boys, they are just absolutely unstoppable. That is the number 2 seed being punched down into the losers bracket with a scoreline of 3-0. The Speedy White Men come out kicking. They come out frying. They come out fast. They go first team into the grand finals. Still a lot of great Call of Duty. Still gotta figure out who's gonna meet them there.
Absolutely, and Tennessee Reapers dropping down into that lowers finals will wait on Overtake versus Rally Esports. And for the Speedy White Men, they have now secured themselves that first spot in the grand finals. And Quinn, you talk about the road to get here for them has been almost absolutely flawless, only dropping a few maps here and there. But they coast their way to the grand finals and now get to have a little bit of a relaxed break as we finish out this losers bracket.
A break, or are they just going to go and grind ranked? I mean, if we've learned anything from these boys, they never put the controller down. Super excited to see what the Speedy White Men can do when we revisit them in the grand finals. But first, we got to go ahead and play out that lower bracket, see who will be joining them, folks. We're going to go ahead and send it to a quick break. Come back to you. Losers semis finals in a matter of moments. Do not go anywhere.
but you know I never will. No, so I choke you down just like a pill. Take you like a get my no, do me in the worst way. Don't let me sleep, never say sorry. Oh, maybe I'll leave, baby, but you know I never will. No, so I choke you down just like a pill. Take you like a get my fill.
Everybody, welcome back on in loser semifinals for the Premier Circuit Destro Gaming TakeOver Rally Royals versus Overtake. A matchup of winners round 3 as both of these teams are reared. They are ready and they are not going quite yet, which gives us an opportunity to talk about the matchup that you're going to be seeing and also acknowledge the elephant in the room. Big shout out to you. Fantastic raid. We appreciate you a ton. Matt, talk to me about this matchup though.
Hey, this is for the losers finals, right? This is to go all the way to that top 3 positioning. We've talked about the rivalry between both of these squads, and we have a seemingly kind of same story as the first time we saw the series between these two teams. It's a 2-0 lead for Kamwa and the boys of Overtake. But Kex, they've already hit 2 different reverse sweeps against 2 different teams today with Rally Royals, and now they're looking to pull off a third, Quinn. But do they have just one more trick in their bag?
Folks, if you missed that winners round 3, going back into the VOD would be advisable at some point. Absolute banger. Went to game 5, round 10 last time. Again, as you said, Matt, a reverse sweep against Overtake, something that the Rally Royals are familiar with doing. They've been able to ice up down the stretch, and this is a team that kind of thrives when they're playing from behind. We liken them to Dan Campbell's Lions early on. It's a team that, yes, you're going to punch them down, but they're going to take a kneecap